Is the CryptoTab browser really a great, easy way to earn Bitcoin passively just by mining, or is it a waste of time? My name is Michael, and a lot of viewers here on my channel have asked me about CryptoTab and if it really is a great mining option to earn passively. So I decided to test it and do a lot of research about it, and in this CryptoTab browser review and tutorial I will show you exactly how it works, and I will show you both the pros and the cons. And let me just reveal right away that it has both, and most other videos I've seen about it actually only focus on the positive sides, but I think it is very important to know both the pros and the cons so you know exactly what to expect. So I will share all that, and then you can decide for yourself if this is really the right option for you or not. So before we start going over how you can earn with CryptoTab, let's just start by going over who can even use it. And the great thing is you can use CryptoTab browser no matter the country you live in, and it's available both as a browser on your computer and you can also use it on phones. And I will go over a little bit later more about how you can potentially earn more if you use it both on your computer and on your phone, but you can also just use it on one device or on several devices, but more about that later. For now, let's go over a little bit more about how you can actually earn from it. So as the name suggests, CryptoTab Browser is a browser. So when you go to the website, the first thing you need to do is to actually download the browser for your computer if you're on your computer, or you can also download the app for your phone. And the app is available both through Google Play and through the App Store here for iPhones and tablets. So it is quite easy to just go there and download it. And I will leave a link below here where you can actually find the download link if you decide to actually join it after watching this video here. But it's just kind of important to understand the concept of it, because then you can, just by using the browser here, earn by mining Bitcoin. And you can do this without any special equipment, just your phone or your computer. So let's go over a little bit more about exactly how that works. So I'll just jump over to the CryptoTab browser now that I actually have active. So this is the CryptoTab browser, and it is actually a browser that works quite well. It in many ways is quite similar to Chrome, so the user experience is quite good, and you will earn the most if you actually use this browser actively. You can just have it running in the background, but they say that you will earn more if you actively use it to search. But I'm now on the dashboard here, and there are several different things you need to be aware of. First of all, here is the mining speed, and this is where you can turn it on and off, and then you can see here it's starting up, and then I will start earning simply just by having it running here, simply just by using the browser. And you can see then it will also start counting here eventually as you start earning. It just takes a little bit of time here to actually start up. And how much you will then earn here will depend on your speed, and there are also other ways to actually boost your earnings, but I'll go more about that later. But here you can adjust the speed, and of course it's tempting to just go for the max speed, but what you need to be aware of is that that can drain your devices. And they also say themselves here that potentially it can shorten the battery life of your devices if you actually mine like this. So you need to kind of test that a little bit there and decide for yourself if you want to run with the maximum speed here, or if you want to find like a middle way here, and then it's adjusting, you can see. And then of course I will also earn less, but maybe my devices will also last longer. So that's just one thing that you need to consider. I mentioned at the beginning, I also want to actually share the cons, and this is just something to consider, that you should not necessarily just go for the max speed. That really depends on your devices and of course also on your internet connection. But this is actually all you have to do. You just turn it on here and use the browser here. So if I just jump into the browser here and do any kind of search I would usually do here, then it will just run in the background and I will actually earn at the same time. But as I also mentioned, you can actually boost your earnings in several ways. So let me go over a few of those options so you can see if those are for you. So one way to actually earn more is to, of course, use CryptoTab on several devices, and you can use it both on your computer and on several phones. There are not as such a limit to how many devices you can install it on. And they then also have for the phone, you can just use the completely free version if you want to, but for the phone they also have a pro version here, and you can see it is only $2.50, so it is quite cheap, and this will actually allow you to earn more. I will be honest and say, so far I have only used the free versions of CryptoTab here. I have not used this one here, but since it is only $2.50, I would say that if you, after having tested the free version, I would definitely recommend you start with that and see how that goes. And if you like what it offers, then it can be worth considering this here, especially if you have several phones and then you can run it on that and just pay once here and then use it on several phones there. And that is one option to boost your earnings here, but they also have one more way to actually boost your earnings further. So on your dashboard, there is also something called Cloud Boost here. And this Cloud Boost is a way to potentially multiply your mining speed up to 15 times. As you can also see here, there's a tab here and it also shows here. So what you need to do is to click this one here, and then you can activate it. What you just need to be aware of here, this will be an additional cost here, and this is price per device starts from, and then the prices are here in Bitcoin. So the exact value of this will of course depend on the current value of Bitcoin, which goes up and down a bit. But this one here, if you want to multiply by 2 here, currently as of recording this video here, is around $3 here per month here. But you can see you can potentially also earn up to 15 times as much if you get the Ultra here. Again, I would say this is not necessarily something you should start doing right away unless you have some experience. But if you do not have experience, I would recommend you start with the free option and see how much you potentially earn with the devices you have in a month or so, or maybe in a week. And then you can see like, okay, if I can multiply that with this here, how much would I then earn? And would it then be profitable for me if I do that when I compare the cost of what I make here? And this will depend on your setup, on your devices, on your internet connection. So therefore, I would recommend you to start like that. Start with the free option, then maybe test one of these here, the Lite, Basic, or the Pro. And if all goes well and it's profitable for you, then you can potentially go for the Ultra. But this is definitely something that can be worth testing out if you want to be serious about this and if you are willing to spend some time testing the best setup for you. So one more way where you can actually really boost your earnings without paying for any upgrades is to use the CryptoTab affiliate program here, because you can share your link and invite other people to join, and then you can kind of build your network here and you get commissions up to 10 levels here, which is quite unusual for an affiliate program or a referral program. So if you decide to join and if you know other people that might be interested in earning like this, and in just a minute or so, I will go over what you can actually expect to earn. But if you find out it is for you, then it is definitely a good idea to see if you know other people that you can invite, because potentially that can actually spread and give you quite a lot of nice earnings. And of course, I am a member here, and if you decide to join, you are more than welcome to join through my referral link here and become a part of my network, and I'll leave a link below here so you can join that. I would appreciate that support. But no matter what, if you actually decide to use it, then this is really a great way to boost your earnings. So let's now talk a little bit more about how much you can then expect to earn from CryptoTab. But before doing that, I would appreciate if you could just take 1 second to like this video here, because it can help it to be seen by more people. So the big question is then, is it actually worth your time? How much can you earn? And it is actually very difficult to give an exact answer for. I have tested quite a bit. I have done a lot of research. I've talked to a lot of different people that have also used it. And if we just start by focusing on the free option, if you just use the free option, then how much you can earn, of course, will depend on your device. Are you using it on several devices, and how much are you actually using it? But just by using the free option, maybe you can earn somewhere between 15 cents in $1 or so in a week by having it running. But again, that depends on the devices, on your internet connection. And it maybe doesn't sound like a lot, but you really also do not have to do anything. You just need to let it run in the background. And this is with the free option. But if you then get the pro version, or if you get these boosts here, and if you make sure to actually really install it on as many devices as possible, you can of course earn quite a bit more. But it is extremely difficult to give any exact answer for how much you can expect to earn. In general, earning by mining is not something that will give you hundreds of dollars per day or anything like that. From what I have been able to find out, CryptoTab is actually one of these free options here that gives some of the highest payouts for this if you just want to use your own devices without going out and investing in special equipment. But it will not make you rich or anything like that, but it can give you some nice extra money. And if you test it, and if you maybe even get some of the boosts and use it on several devices, then you can build it up. And if you also make sure to then invite other people you know that might be interested, then you can help each other build up the earnings even more. But unfortunately, I cannot give you an exact number for how much you can earn because it depends on so many different things. So you need to be willing to put in a little bit of time to test it, but then you can also just let it run and earn passively. But if you have any experiences with it, then I would love to hear about them in a comment below here. Exactly how many devices you have used, how much do you earn per day or per week or per month, and have you used any of the boost and all this. And then later I can create a video where I share some of all these experiences I gathered together here. But before you decide for sure if this really is the right option for you or not, then there is just a couple of potential disadvantages you also need to actually consider, because I promised at the beginning I want to go over both the pros and the cons, because these aspects I'm going to talk about now is something I have not actually seen other people mention, and I think they're quite important to consider also. So two aspects I just want to go over is that when I actually tried to download CryptoTab from my computer and I installed it, I had my antivirus program actually say that it blocked some kind of thread on my computer. Nothing happened. I am using it fine now without any problem. I do not know if anything would have happened if I did not have a good antivirus program. I cannot say for sure. I cannot say for sure that it came from this, but I tried it several times and I got the warning a few times also. And this is not to say that it's not safe or anything like that, because I know a lot of people have also used it without any problems like that. I am just sharing my experience, what I experienced on my computer. On my phone, I had no issues at all. It just installed it without any warning or anything like that. I'm just mentioning it because I want to be completely transparent, and therefore I would recommend that if you do download it on your computer, to make sure that you have an antivirus program. But in general, you should always have that before downloading anything online. So this is just a little extra precaution I would recommend you to follow. And the second aspect I just want to mention also is that in case you at some point actually need help, then in my experience, they do not actually offer good support. I hunted around here to try to find out in the FAQ section how to actually contact their support, because I have some questions, and I managed to find an email address, but when I sent an email to it, I just got an automatic reply back that referred me to their FAQ section. And this, in my opinion, is a little bit frustrating that they do not actually seem to be offering personal support. Hopefully you will actually never need any personal support from them if you just let it run in the background and then you just take your earnings out and then there's no problem. But I'm just mentioning that in case you at some point have any question about them, then it is better to ask other people, or you can ask below this video here, anything like that, because it is quite difficult to get in contact with them. They have a lot of information there on the website and in the FAQ section, so hopefully you will not need it. This is just something you need to be aware of, in my opinion, so you know exactly what to expect. So as you can see, CryptoTab Browser is potentially a way to earn Bitcoin passively just by having it running in the background. In my opinion, it has both pros and cons, but it definitely is quite promising. I have not tested it so much yet, but I will definitely keep testing it. And it also seems to be one of the better mining options if you just want to use your own devices without going out and investing in special mining equipment. No, it will not make you rich, anything like that, but you also do not have to do anything. And if you are willing to put in a bit of effort to test the setups, to test different devices, and maybe even some of the boost options here, then it can potentially give you some nice extra earning. And especially also if you then start inviting other people because they have this referral program that is 10 levels. So I would say if you are interested in earning by mining, this is something that can be worth checking out. And if you want to know even more about it, or if you want to actually join CryptoTab, then I'll leave a link below here so you can easily go there and check it out for yourself. But no matter what, I hope this video helped you. And if it did, then make sure to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time it's a video with tips and tricks about how to get the most out of it, get paid to sites, paid service sites, and other free ways to earn some extra cash on the site online.